All right, let's dive into some practical feng shui. We're going to move past all the theory and get right into the real-world stuff. We'll look at the super common mistakes almost everyone makes and, more importantly, how to fix them without breaking the bank. Let's get started.
So you've probably done your homework, you've learned about qi, you've seen the Bagua map, you know about the 5 elements, you've got the foundation down. But you know, the real magic, that happens when you go from just knowing the rules to actually living with them in a way that feels totally natural and supportive. And that's exactly what we're going to do right now.
And this is where we need to start. Because before you add anything new to your space, it's so important to figure out what might already be blocking all that good energy. It's funny, because with the best intentions in the world, so many of us fall into a few really common traps. Let's see if any of these sound a little familiar.
Okay, we're going to break down 3 of the biggest Feng Shui traps out there. You can think of them as the key misunderstandings that can totally derail your efforts. Just by sidestepping these, you're going to be way ahead of the game and creating a home that feels amazing. First up, the cure trap. Oh man, this one is so easy to fall into. It's when you buy, a crystal or a little money frog just because you read somewhere that you're supposed to. But Feng Shui isn't about collecting stuff. The real key here is the mindset shift. It's about intention, not decoration. An object only has power if you actually understand why it's there and what energy you're asking it to bring into your life. Now this is probably the single most powerful action in all of Feng Shui. Taking things away. So many people think it's all about adding things, a fountain over here, a plant over there. But look, if your space is cluttered, you're just putting pretty decorations in the middle of a traffic jam of stagnant energy. You've got to declutter first, always. Clear the path before you try to improve the journey.
And the third trap, trying to be perfect. You read that your bathroom is in your wealth corner and you just panic, right? But Feng Shui is about making things better, not achieving some impossible ideal. It's a really flexible practice that's meant to work with your life, with your intuition. If a so-called rule makes your home feel weird or impractical, then it's not good Feng Shui for you, period.
Okay, now that we know what not to do, let's get to the really fun part, the fixes. And I promise, these are simple, powerful, and totally doable ways to improve the energy of any space. Doesn't matter if you own a huge house or rent a tiny apartment.
You can do so much without spending a single penny. It's amazing. Decluttering, like we said, is number 1. Most impactful thing, hands down. Rearranging your desk or bed into the command position costs nothing but gives you this incredible sense of control. Opening your curtains to let in natural light is like a free energy boost for your whole home. And a deep clean, you are literally clearing out old, stale energy. And hey, if you do have a small budget, you really don't need much. For 20 bucks or less, you can make a huge difference. Think about it. A small, healthy plant to bring in that vibrant wood energy, a few nice candles to introduce the warmth of the fire element, or even a small mirror to strategically brighten up a dark corner. It's all about those small, intentional choices.
Now I want to pause on this for a second, especially for all you renters out there. This is so important. You might think, oh, I can't really do Feng Shui because I can't knock down walls or paint. But that's just not true. That's a huge misconception. Feng Shui is about managing the flow of energy in the space you're in, right here, right now. It has absolutely nothing to do with a rental agreement.
So how do you actually do it? It's really simple. Step 1, can't paint? No problem. Use a gorgeous tapestry or some cool removable wall decals to bring in the color and energy you want. Step 2, stuck with an awkward radiator or built-in shelf? Just use your furniture to create a better, smoother flow around it. And step 3, lean into things that are freestanding. Potted plants, floor lamps, standing mirrors, these are your best friends. They're powerful, they're portable, and you can take them with you wherever you go.
And that really brings us to a super important idea. Feng Shui isn't a project you tackle over a weekend and then you're just done. It's more of an ongoing practice, a way of living in sync with your environment as it changes and as you change. A really beautiful way to get into this flow is to align your home with the seasons. It just makes so much sense, right? In the spring, you lean into that wood energy with a big deep clean and adding fresh plants. In the summer, you embrace fire with brighter lights and having people over. Fall is all about metal energy, time to declutter a bin and finish up those lingering projects. And winter is for water energy, enhancing rest, reflecting, and planning for the year ahead. It's just a great way to stay in tune with nature's rhythm.
So you can obviously do a ton on your own, but there are times when bringing in an expert can be a total game changer. So how do you know when it might be time to, make that call?
Well, you might want to think about calling a pro for a few key reasons. Like, if you have a really funky, complex, or L-shaped floor plan, a consultant can see energy flows that you might totally miss. Or if you're going through a major life change, moving to a new home, starting a business, an expert analysis can really set you up for success. And for sure, if you're facing deep, persistent challenges with health, relationships, or you want to dive into advanced stuff like Flying Star, a pro is absolutely invaluable.
So if you take just one thing away today, let it be this. Feng Shui is not about superstition or a bunch of rigid, scary rules. It's really just the conscious, ongoing practice of making your space a source of harmony and support. It's all about your intention.
And that's really the bottom line, isn't it? Your home is the backdrop for your entire life. It's where you rest, where you dream, where you recharge. You have the power to make it an active partner in your own well-being. So the real question isn't if you can change your space. It's what do you want your space to do for you?